Okay, let's try this again. Take 3 of Angel Sudsy Recap. Tonight I'm doing Dancing for Relevancy. First of all, I just have to say that I'm having a really hard time not shaving because it's gonna look worse and worse. I know it. Like this is really strong, and always right underneath my nose, it looks really strong, and then everywhere else is a little patchy. It's very frustrating. But no shave November. No shave November. December 1st, it is all coming off. Anyways, so Dancing with the Stars, aka Dancing for Relevancy, which I use that name in love. I love that show. I'm obsessed with the show, but let's call it like we see it, right? So, I would do it. I would dance for relevancy. I want to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hating. I'm not hating on anyone for being on the show at all. So let's just talk about who went home. Okay? Marilu and Derek. Wow, right? But if you'll recall, 2 weeks ago, I said, Ryan Lochte's gone because he's had his time, and everyone in the show has progressed to a limit past where he is. So I was like, you got, and sure enough, he went home. We all saw that one coming, right? But then I was like, well, next week, though, who knows who's going to go? Because it could be anybody. It could be Jana and Gleb, because they've had inconsistent performances. It could be Megatron and Lindsay. Megatron started off really strong, but then lately he's just kind of hit a wall. It could be Marilu and Derek, someone else who started very strong, but then hit a wall. There was another couple too. It's really bothering me because even though this is the third time that I filmed this video, I still can't remember who it was I was talking about. Anyways, so regardless, I was a little bit shocked, but only slightly. I told you that Marilu and Derek, it was just a matter of time. But I thought that Derek had a lot more fans that would vote to keep him on the show regardless of who he's dancing with. And this was probably a really good test for the producers to see if America really likes Derek or if America likes the work that Derek does with whatever star that he's with. And apparently they didn't like the work he's doing with Marilu. But, who knows? Maybe his fans actually were the ones who were keeping them in the competition because maybe Marilu doesn't have that many fans. I don't know. Okay, so this week was Showstoppers week, which meant that everyone did a number from a different Broadway show. And as a theme, it's a little bit flimsy, I felt like, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I've definitely seen a lot worse. And, Dancing with the Stars has a lot of theme nights. Some of them are awful. Like Famous Dances, that is the worst. That is so stupid. Because you're not going to be doing the exact choreography because, it was like when Alexa and Mark did that cha-cha to Britney Spears' Slave for You. Stupid. That was stupid. And I don't blame them. I blame the show because that was just dumb. But there were other nights another one that I'm not a huge fan of is My Favorite Year. They do that every fucking season too, and it's what year was the most important to me, and they talk about what year. Now the story part of it is great, but the actual dance, it would be nice if they actually picked a song from that year, but that does not happen. So as a theme for the night, I think they should just let that one go, personally. Some nights though are great. I love Disney night. I think Disney night is the best. They could do a Disney night every season and not repeat a number because the Disney catalog is so rich with music that they could do a new song for every single freaking show every season. They could do one for 1 week, one every season, and they would never have to repeat their numbers. It would be great. I would love that. I love it because then I get to see a lot of creativity come out during Disney Week. I think it's fabulous. I love Disney Week. That's great. I also love Rock Week, actually. I think Rock Week is really good. They haven't done a Rock Week in a while, but I really love Rock Week. Um, Last time, now I haven't seen them do this yet, so maybe they're not doing it or maybe they'll do it later, but I love Trio Week. When they have the trios, I enjoy those as well. That's really good because A, you get to see who they're thinking of when they select whoever they're going to be dancing with, and B, you get to actually see them perform and use their creativity. Um, so in terms of the theme, Showstoppers was okay. It was just all right. Right? It wasn't horrible. It was, okay, I guess. I would have rather seen a Rock Week, like I said, or a Disney night or a trio night or, something else, but, it's fine. The guest judge was Idina Menzel, and I love me some Idina Menzel. She's very cute. I loved her on Glee, and she had a cute little song called Minuet. That was a pop song way back in like 1997, I think, or 98, 97. No, it was 1998, I think. It came out in 98. So, a while ago, 18 years ago. Can you believe that? God, that's crazy. And then she was in Rent and Wicked. And so, she knows her Broadway shit. So I don't have a problem with her being a guest judge. I actually would have rather seen Len. I love me some grumpy old Len. But, it's probably got to be difficult for Len to go from England to LA every week because he's also a judge on the British show Strictly Come Dancing, which is the mothership. It was what started the whole thing. But if you think about it, Bruno does the same thing because Bruno's a judge on both shows also. So he makes it every single fucking week. And you could kind of tell that Bruno's was a little bit bitchy about it because when they mentioned that, Len has to do, the mothership show, and Bruno said, I do it too. Because Bruno makes it every single week, so I got to give Bruno credit. Not only does he make it every week, but he makes it a big theatrical thing because every single person he's got to stand up, and he gives these big theatrical responses, and that's fine. Kudos to him. Kudos to you, Bruno. Right? Okay, so let's talk about some of the people that performed. James Hinchcliffe was just awesome. He was great. The only thing, so it was, James and Sharna are a couple. But last week, James and Sharna couldn't do anything because Sharna had hurt herself the week before. This week, the doctor said you can do it, but you're risking injury. And she's like, I love you and I'm going to help you win, but I just can't dance this week. I just don't want to risk it. And you know what? I understand that. I totally get that. So it was actually James and Jenna again. And they were all dressed up like characters from The Wizard of Oz. And I was thinking, I wonder what they're going to do from The Wizard of Oz. Are they going to do Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead? Or We're Off to See the Wizard? Or Somewhere Over the Rainbow? Or, I didn't know what they're doing. And then I was thinking, well, maybe they're doing something from Wicked, maybe, instead. But I mean, those characters weren't really in Wicked. Like, Dorothy Gale was not in Wicked. And neither, I mean, she was for a hot second towards the end, because it all takes place before Dorothy. But they ended up doing a song from The Wiz, which I much prefer the music of The Wiz. I loved me some The Wiz. And they did Brand New Day, which is actually my favorite song of the whole show. I love that song. If you know a little bit about my history, going way, 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 way back, I did a little movie for the Disneyland Parade Department's talent show called I've Had It. And the focal point of I've Had It, the finale of I've Had It took place at LA Gay Pride to that song, Brand New Day. So every time I hear that song, I always think about LA Gay Pride. But it was really good. The only thing I would say about James is that he was rushing the beat. So even though all the moves that he was doing was technically 100% correct, they were sometimes they just weren't timed correctly. He just just got ahead of the music. So he didn't go wrong, as Bruno says when someone makes a mistake. He just was kind of pushing the beat. Anyways, I actually made it all 10 minutes. Yay. So this is all I have time for today. So we'll see what happens, what theme they come up with next week. And we'll chat some more on Wednesday about Dancing for Relevancy. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Dancing for Relevancy or DWTS for Dancing with the Stars. And we will chat. Take care. Wubba, wubba, wubba.